when they become annoying. Okay, dude, we are live. So let me tell you what I know about the plane crash, and then you tell me what you know, okay?
Okay.
Um, First of all, tragedy, horrible. It's just awful, okay?
Yeah.
And I hope I'm wrong about this, but there's too many questions popping up. Okay, I heard two reports. One, they never found the pilots. One, they did find the pilots. So my question is, were they dead before the flight? Was it being flown as a drone? Those are the questions I have.
Hmm.
Was it purposely aimed at the plane? Was it meant to crash to kill someone on the helicopter? Because it was called a PAT, which is a priority aviation transport, which means there's usually somebody of high caliber on board. So, why was it flying at 300 feet when by law helicopters need to stay under 200? Nobody seems to, everybody's still telling me, oh, it was an accident. It was an accident. It was an accident, right? That's great. The more people tell me it was an accident, the more I don't believe it because helicopters should not be flying that high. It wasn't like they've never flown. Whoever was flying remotely or on the helicopter, I mean, that's law. You don't go above 200 feet. Why were they 350? Okay,
Yeah.
now tell me it was an accident. I watched the footage. It went straight. It didn't even veer. It wasn't a last minute collision. This went straight at the plane, just like the Twin Towers. It went straight at the plane. The plane didn't budge, didn't move, no eyesight. Hey, what's up? And
Hey, what's
then
up?
the helicopter didn't move. They just went straight. One went straight into the other.
Yeah.
Now, now, okay. So let's pretend. Let's pretend the helicopter guy was blind, flying, right? Or he was looking, as they say, at another airplane. Okay. What about the eyes of the pilot on the plane? Was he not watching? Did he not see something approaching? Why did the helicopter or plane, neither one of them tried to evade the action? Was
Yeah.
everybody blind? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, was there was miscommunication. There was two planes that were uh, in the air at the moment. One was taking off. One was landing,
Right.
and the pilot of the helicopter was told to follow one of the planes, and he mistook which plane they were referring to. That's what I heard.
Have wait, have these people never flown before? Have we changed the
Yeah, I
rules
mean that's another
overnight?
thing. Uh, how much training did these people have?
Well, you know,
And then I think that's why a lot of stuff with the DEI is coming into the news. Is people are starting to be concerned about training and being
was
the
it the
best
air
fit
traffic
for the job
controller's
and all
fault?
that kind of stuff.
Is that what you're saying?
It could be.
I don't know. Wait, okay. I'm not saying it's the air traffic controller's fault at all. I'm not saying it's the helicopter's fault. I'm not saying it's the plane's fault, but I am saying this didn't happen just pure accident. I,
Yeah.
I just don't believe that because if this so easily could happen, why has it not happened in the past 100 years? That spot has been for helicopter flying a regular route. Okay, now I'm being told
Well, I mean,
by
helicopters
CEO.
do go down all the time.
Say again.
Helicopters do go down all the time. Have
Yeah,
they ever crashed into other things? I don't know.
I
I
don't
mean,
know either.
I've
I'd love to know the autopsy of the pilots.
I know I lived in Seattle when the news chopper came out of the sky.
It's horrible. Horrible for people on the plane. Horrible for people in the helicopter. I don't care who. I can't imagine what the air traffic controller is doing right now going through.
Yeah.
Okay. But we live in a world right now where everything told you with JFK files coming out that the driver shot him while driving him. I mean, we literally live in a world where everything's pretty much a lie, and there's rumors of the Twin Towers. There's rumors. I don't believe them. The Twin Towers. I don't
Well,
believe.
there's also what was it? There was the Pentagon, because if you
Right.
remember during 9/11, the Pentagon got attacked, or a plane hit the Pentagon, but there's evidence that there's no plane at the site of the accident. So
Okay. So
unless it
Steam
evaporated.
Love is saying, and for the helicopter to climb 100 feet, it would take 4 seconds. So he should have seen the plane coming. 10 feet, 5 feet, 4 seconds before impact.
And they have
It,
lights
it
on
was
them.
visual. They had lights on them. I mean, he saw at some point he saw the plane. I doubt it was right at impact. I'm sure there was a second or two, and yet it never budged. Went straight into the plane. That bothers
Is there any
me.
news on anybody that survived?
I have no idea. Does anybody? If anybody knows, let us know. Were there any survivors? God, please be somebody. But I want to find out more about the helicopter. Who was on board? Two things: helicopter pilot's time of death, and who of importance was on the plane or the helicopter. I
Pretty sad to hear.
guarantee if somebody of importance was on either one of those, this wasn't an accident. There's no way. DEI results. I am in the E and I being swapped.
Yeah, die instead of DEI.
Oh, DEI, got it. I'm not screaming DEI.
Kills
Listen,
nation's deadliest air disaster.
just because it's at the top of the headlines in the news doesn't. I'm hesitant to scream DEI. I want to know why all this happened. Information's dribbling out right now. I'm just going by what I'm hearing. But the footage looks odd. It looks too direct. Now, any human would make a move, even 2 seconds before impact. This didn't move at all. Okay. I'd love to know if it was flown remotely. I mean, they said there were pilots. Have they recovered the bodies? What was their time of death? If it was 2 hours before the flight, it was flown remotely. Come on, guys. We've seen it in fiction, and a lot of fiction stuff is based on reality, which is crazy. Okay. But once again, hey, what's up, Book? Steam Love, thanks for joining, Michael Caine, everybody, cats being cats. Anyway, oh, okay. So is there anything else you wanted to say about the plane crash? I don't want to switch gears until you've had your say.
No, I'm just looking into apparently nobody survived.
Nobody?
All 67 passengers on both aircrafts are no longer with us.
Didn't they change runways for the airplane? I heard something of the sort, that they got redirected to a different runway the last minute. Not the last minute, like before landing. But the landing gear was down, the lights were on, and he wasn't looking at anything. In the darkness of the night with the lights on, he never saw it coming ever. I don't get it. Okay.
2 Chinese nationals were among the victims.
The
Chinese
helicopter
embassy in the
was
U.S. said,
DEI. They painted it black and brown for tactical. Okay, guys, serious. Come on. Uh, there's some people who died. It's horrible. Trust me. I don't like saying conspiracy, but according to everything I've been hearing over the past 45 years that's coming up to the surface, this is looking pretty shady. Okay. Let's see. The Philly plane. Okay. So while people are telling me it's an accident, another plane goes down into Philadelphia.
yeah,
Crash zone. That smells of government land grab conspiracy. Guys, I don't know. I feel bad for Philadelphia. And they've been rocked like crazy. Very woke. I you know, I'm not saying DEI, I'm not saying woke. I'm saying there was a reason. That's all. I don't know what the reason is. Um, I listened to some of the black box recordings, communication. I do know a few things. The helicopter was at an elevation it shouldn't have been. Okay. Um, I know the helicopter, this type of helicopter or this one was considered, it was called PAT, which is for priority. That tells me somebody of importance was on board. Okay. I know that helicopter can be flown from 300 miles away like a drone. Okay. Too many things. No movement, no information about the helicopter. And when the pilots died, did they die on impact? Did they die later in the hospital when they pulled them out of the water? I don't know. But we'll see. In today's time, the truth's going to come out a lot faster than back in the 60s. You
yeah.
know, hey, look, it's a moon landing. Really? Who
Well,
pushed
I don't
record
know
on the
because
camera?
I mean we've come a long way since even 2001.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I expect, hey, Judy, what's up? There can be no true accidents. You're right, Judy. It's an oxymoron. Trump already said the helicopter was too high up. Yeah. And if you tell me the speed limit never goes over 70, nowhere in America, maybe 75, that's it in Texas. There are some areas, right? But nowhere in America, does it go higher than that I know of. Somebody told me that. Okay.
I think there's 80. I think there's one that's 80.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. 100 miles an hour? Is that okay? 100 miles an hour? Is that okay?
Legally, no.
No. You know that? You learned that a long time ago, but you know that still today. That guy flying the helicopter, remotely or not remotely, was breaking the rules. I don't care where he was standing. It wasn't right. China
Yeah.
does not want them to win the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, we're not going to get into that right now. So anyway, the ATC was understaffed. Why is that not a satisfying explanation? I'm not sure what you're talking about. The
Air traffic
ATC,
control.
air traffic control.
And that's
Wait,
another thing. I mean, they are
why
staffed.
were the planes even taking off and landing with them being understaffed? That could have been a problem. Yeah, that could have been a viable explanation. But what bothers me is the helicopter never flinched. Never. Not a foot away from the plane, not a mile away from the plane. It's like he never opened his eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been in many car accidents, and there's always room to swerve. Period. You may clip
Yeah.
the car, you may smash up and get in a major accident. You've ever been in an accident, car accident?
A couple times.
Okay. There's been time to swerve. You hit,
Yeah, I
but
mean, I'd say most of the time. There are
okay.
certain situations where I'd
I
say,
bet you if you saw it in
like,
front of
if
you coming at you, there'd be movement. I don't care if it was head on. There would be movement before the impact.
But there are certain situations where one person is caught unaware, I would say, like in a T-bone accident or something.
I know.
You wouldn't know.
We
Or
can.
being rear-ended, you wouldn't know.
Yeah. So let's see. Hey guys, hi to everybody. Thanks for joining us. So listen, I'm not going to call the airplane a conspiracy yet. More information needs to come out one way or the other. But understaffed is no reason to let two air vehicles collide. Then it should never happen. That should never have happened. That plane should never been able to land. That helicopter never should have been in that area. Sorry, we're understaffed. You can't fly through the zone. And that's a tight air zone. That's Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
There's a lot of restrictions. That's like high priority, dude. That's highly monitored. But nobody saw it. Weird. All right. By the way, the helicopter was performing evacuation drills in case there was an emergency. Well, good, there was. And they have to get Trump or Vance to safety ASP. I don't know what that means, ASAP. I know it means as soon as possible, but I'm not sure what you're talking about. Yes, Charles is a very angry fellow with strong wrong.
Well,
Yeah,
earlier somebody said, "Hi Jack, hi Charles."
yeah, I know. They're, you know what? They'll figure it out. I can't teach everybody. But anyway, I want to get off the plane.
The chat's correcting it.
Say again?
The chat's correcting it. We're good.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
I don't want to spend our whole time talking about the plane crash. I think
I mean,
we're going to learn.
I can always say that there's always room for conspiracy. Is it possible? Sure. Without evidence, without more information.
Does it smell fishy though, or not? Man, it could be me, but
I don't know.
I don't know either. If it was meant to be a visual, whatever you
accidents are
guys call
becoming
it.
far more common.
If I'm watching a plane, would I not see another plane in the sky with lights on?
Well,
really?
Well,
when did he see it?
I mean, it's so.
After he sparked it.
Have you ever driven 100 miles an hour?
No. I mean, I did once, maybe.
The reason I mention it is if you're going 100 miles an hour, try to make a right turn.
Okay. So my question is,
you can't.
Where was the pilot looking?
But that's why I'm saying, like, especially vehicles with turbine engines and stuff like that, you're not going to make that thing veer.
Dude, rapidly. The Black Hawk can move on a dime. Come on.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying the Black Hawk. I'm saying
no way is it the plane's responsibility to try and dodge that. But it's weird.
They don't have. They definitely don't have maneuverability.
Not a movement.
Yeah. It's a jet, but it's not a fighter jet. You know what I mean?
Pickle Richard. Maybe there could be an intro.
No, I don't think it was a pilot had a stroke.
No, we're not gonna do an intro. But by the way, that's a great idea, but not right now because I got a million things on my plate. But anyway, is there anything else you want to say about the crash before I bring up tariffs?
I'm just looking up helicopter pilots in DC crash.
Oh, the pilot was a DEI hire woman.
It was a woman.
Really?
Yep.
I have no information.
Captain Rebecca Lobach was 28 years old and a native of North Carolina. She was a distinguished military graduate from the University of North Carolina, I'm guessing.
Okay. So did it say like she didn't have experience? She like class of 2024? What?
Well, she's 28. She was in the Army.
Right. Nothing stands out. That's just basic info.
Mechanics said publicly available data suggests that the passenger jet was exactly where it was supposed to be at the altitude that it was put. What? Tim Loranger, an aviation attorney and former
Okay.
U.S. Marine Corps aircraft mechanic, said
By the way, when I hear
publicly available data suggests the passenger jet was exactly where it's supposed to be. Oh, okay. I misinterpreted it.
The helicopter was
At the altitude it's supposed to be. The
150
Army
feet
helicopter
too
was
high.
not. If those
That
findings
seems
are confirmed by the official flight data,
very
Loranger
odd.
said it will open a host of additional questions. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
How's the
let people
Army
better than
training these
me.
people?
Listen, I'm gonna let people smarter and better than me figure this out. I'm not gonna try and put my finger on it. I just say it smells bad. That's all. That's all.
Apparently,
It's a horrible thing. I don't care if it was
before she was
purposely
involved
done or
in this
not purposely
accident,
done, but those
she made a
families are
statement.
devastated.
Before she was involved in that accident, the pilot said, flying aircraft, it's not like riding a bicycle. You have to continuously do it in order to maintain your sharpness and your
flying
skills as a
an
pilot.
aircraft is not like making a phone call either.
Well, you missed the second half of that. You have to continuously do it in order to maintain your sharpness and skills as a pilot. Well, apparently it wasn't enough because, well,
same with bowling. Come on.
She hit somebody.
Dude, all right, don't say it that way. So anyway.
Well, I mean, that's just facts.
No, because this ain't a funny topic. I don't want to be.
The Army on Friday identified 2 of the 3 Black Hawk crew members are Staff Sergeant Ryan Austin O'Hara, 28 of Lilburn, Georgia, and Chief Warrant Officer 2.
Miller says
second class Andrew Lloyd Eves, 39 of Great Mills, Maryland.
There were 3 pilots, and none of them had their eyes open. None of them saw that they were going to crash. None of them. Literally, you have I don't know. It's not similar to a bicycle. We didn't say it was. She didn't say it was. She said it's not like riding a bicycle, just to clarify. Okay?
That's what she said before she crashed the helicopter.
Flight hours every year. Yeah, well, I don't know. Once again, guys, just wait. Crappy stuff floats to the top always, so we'll wait. But anyway, I want to change topics real quick, okay?
Go ahead.
So,
what else you got?
When I heard about tariffs during the election, I thought, oh, wow. There'll be a country that will challenge Trump on the tariffs and think they're bigger than they are, and they'll become the example. That's my opinion. I did not know who it would be. Canada said they would comply, they'd work with us. Mexico, I have no idea why we now are in conflict tariff-wise with Canada. But Canada challenged Trump and raised what we pay for Canadian tariffs. I'm like, that was pretty stupid. You became the example to the world. You literally, the first country that challenges Trump is going to get squashed. That's all. He may wheel and deal with other countries, but the first one he's got to make an example of, so that we don't get every country lining up to challenge us. I feel sorry for Canada.
Why are we hitting them like Canada and Mexico with high tariffs? I mean, Mexico I can somewhat understand.
We don't get that much from Canada.
Yeah, I was going to say.
As far as I know, we don't. I know we do get some stuff, but it's not like we can't live without whatever we get from Canada. Okay? I don't know. But I promise you, we just found out about it, and I thought Trudeau was retiring. What is he, pulling a Biden and kicking the walls in before he leaves? I don't get it.
I guess maybe we import lumber.
Yeah. Yes, Judy.
From Canada.
Canada is now doing retaliatory tariffs.
Tariffs.
Yeah, they're trying to. Well, here, take this.
Well, really that's okay because we don't give them anything anyway.
I know. I mean, that could become a wall too. Don't get me wrong. Else. Only thing I got from Canada is maple syrup. I'm once again, every so often, you guys crack me up. Okay, he's switching to Vermont maple syrup. Sorry, too
Canadian
funny.
bacon is going to skyrocket.
Can it? Yeah. Well, I won't be eating eggs Benedict soon. That's for sure. You guys don't get that because it uses Canadian bacon, but anyway, the world will follow Canada. No, it won't. I promise you.
Canadian bacon,
Trump is
kind of like
going
saying
to
French fries.
smack Canada. They will be sorry they challenged. I promise.
I
Not a
think I don't
war.
know.
Not a war,
Because
but I promise not
Fox
one
News
bug
says
will come across the border. Not a bug. It's
Fox
like,
News.
oh, you gonna play that game? Okay. Now you got 0 tariffs and 0 imports to America. Good luck. Let me know how that works out for you. Uh, Personally, I'm like, wow, I can't believe Canada. I was excited. I thought Canada and America were going to do some great things in the near future, but unfortunately, Trudeau hasn't left soon enough. I love my Canadian friends. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see this because that guy's an idiot for making that call after saying he's going to retire. Oh, that's good. Lay a big crapper right in the middle of the floor before you leave. You know, put Canada in a bad spot. Do you know how many people rely on that income, their businesses?
Huh.
Even if 10%, I mean, even like if only 10 companies import into America, obviously everybody's making a boatload of money importing in America. That's why they're kind of bending over and taking it with tariffs because they know how much money it means to them. Canada obviously
Oh
doesn't.
wow.
What?
Okay, this makes sense. So
What's
on
up?
Fox News, they talk about President Trump repeated his suggestion that Canada should become the 51st state,
I
noting
love that idea, by the way.
that it would not be subject to the incoming tariffs should they join.
I love that
Um,
idea. Make them a part of our
he
country.
says
I'd
that
dig
they
on that.
pay that the U.S. pays hundreds of billions of dollars to subsidize Canada. Why? There's no reason. We don't need anything they have. We have unlimited energy. We should make our own cars and have more lumber than we can ever use. Without this massive subsidy, Canada ceases to exist as a viable country. It's harsh, but true.
Wow, who said that?
Therefore, Canada,
Did Trump
Trump.
say that?
Yeah. Therefore, Canada should become our cherished 51st state, much lower taxes, and far better military protection for the people of Canada, and no tariffs.
I think that would be cool, but once
One
again,
united continent.
you got that leader whose ego is bigger than our country.
But could you really make Canada a 51st state? I
Why
mean,
not?
it would be
Alaska's
the.
like
Well,
a
no, what
third
I'm
of the
saying is,
size of United States. Puerto Rico. I mean, we've done it with other places.
I think we should break it into multiple states. I
Well,
mean,
then so
like
be
the
it.
people
I don't
in
care. But
Ottawa and
bringing in Canada as a part of our country,
Vancouver are
I'm okay
completely
with.
different.
Half of Canada speaks French. We
Hey,
don't need
if they
half
did,
of America speaks Spanish. Dude, that ain't saying nothing.
yeah,
I mean, why
we're
does
obviously not
the
dictated by our
host always
language.
have his mouth open? Okay. Well, what you don't know is, you know, add to the conversation. Don't bring it up stupid stuff, you know, but
But
so
no,
be it. So if
like
you got a question, write that. If you got a stupid statement, why my mouth's open? Then
why does it
go
matter?
back and learn something about what I've been through in my life, and you might realize that
Anyway,
there's certain conditions that cause that. Okay,
so think about it though.
but I do want you to be a part of the
Right now
conversation.
we have 48 continental uh, states, right? 48 states that interconnect.
Who? Oh, us. Yeah.
Yeah. If Canada became a state, Well, Alaska would now be part of the continental U.S.
Yeah, that's crazy. So domestic, that means I can mail to Canada now without
Yeah,
paying international rates. Excuse me. So once again I wouldn't have a problem taking them in his family. Not at all. Hey, they got great
yeah.
music,
You
and
can. Why
and
can't it?
as I think Skidmark said, they got great syrup. They got good hockey. So I I could only see them benefiting from it, not us. But I'm cool with it. I wouldn't be bothered by it. Bring it. Really, uh, if you lived in California,
Yep.
literally, you could go to Walmart and hear Middle Eastern. You could go to the gas station, hear Spanish. Go, all day long, you could hear different languages. Guess what? You want to talk English to us? You'll learn English. English as a second language is a huge business, by the way. How much did you pay for that hat? I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the receipt.
Wow, John, it's not about invading a country. We're not going to have to invade a country. It's all.
Oh
What's
yeah,
it?
Island Boys. I've had 2 strokes. Not well. Yes, it's because I'm in the food industry and I ate crappy food, whether it was a burger in a restaurant or I didn't watch what I ate. I put on a lot of weight, high blood pressure, diabetes. It's been a long journey. So be careful if you're in the food industry because all of it's bad for you, honestly. That's why right now I'm carnivore. I'm strictly real cheese from the cow.
Do you think?
Real what?
Since we're on topic, um, do you think it happens more often here in the States than it does in other countries?
What does?
Strokes.
Oh yeah, by far. I believe
I
other
mean,
countries like
just
United.
putting two and two
Oh,
together in my head that most countries don't
we
have
have so much
the
obesity.
stricter standards for food
Yeah,
than we do.
obesity
So
is off the charts on our country. I mean, we're being fed some really nasty stuff. You don't believe me? Walk down the cereal aisle and see the crap that we're feeding, and we feed our kids right from the beginning. Here's some sugar. Ooh, Skittles, have that. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, instead of me parenting, look at this iPad. There you go. 15 hours
yeah,
later, need a candy bar? Don't get me started. Don't get me started. So anyway,
well,
I
there's a
would
lot of
love
things
I would
that
love Canada to
can
be
go
part of the
into.
country to get us back on track.
Yeah,
But I just wanted to answer the chat about my strokes. It really sucks. But you know what? Learn from my mistakes. Okay? We should mandate English only laws here. Yeah, I think you know what? If we brought Canada into the loop and made them family, we could require English be spoken. I could totally be if we can take care of you militarily and financially and give you a better flag. Just kidding. Um, if we can take care of Canada, they can at least take the time to learn to speak the language. If I moved to
and
France,
I honestly I don't even
okay.
care. Most I would almost venture to say that most Canadians
Oh no, I wouldn't
want to
care
speak
either.
English.
If they speak
Um,
French, that's okay.
yeah,
I've dealt with
I don't.
multi
I think
languages all the time.
Canadian French is probably. I mean, it's almost. I mean, I could be wrong. Don't give me. Don't quote me. But I would almost take a guess and say that it's probably a second language. I'm talking about
I
Canadian
worked with
French.
them when I was in Hollywood. We did a lot of filming in Canada,
Yeah.
a lot of projects, a lot of actors. They had to pay the taxes to Canada, but then they could file for the tax return at the end of the year to get the money back. It was a big mess, but they did it. It's beautiful up there. I mean, you could do many
Did
films.
you ever have communication barriers?
No, usually they spoke both.
Yeah. So that's
Every
what I'm saying. I think
They
it's
would
almost
say
like
bonjour or whatever. Uh,
I
They would
think
answer the phone in French, and
Canadian French would probably be more of a
I go,
second
"You speak
language than
English?"
a
And they're like,
primary.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Cool." So they were always nice. I mean, I had more trouble with people from Indiana than I did Canada, you know? But I'd be so okay with it. Um, hey Jack, who's your favorite billionaire? I don't have a favorite. It's not like Bachelor, The
Yeah, no,
Bachelor.
I don't
And
care.
I really don't
I
care.
don't.
None of them impress me. Trump being a billionaire does not impress me. Trump doing what needs to be done for this country, that impresses me. What he's doing, not what he has, not what he's
Yeah,
earned, but what he's doing going forward. What
what
did
is that called?
Canada
It's the
ever
bill that
do
he
to deserve
proclaims.
tariffs? Uh, everybody's paying a tariff. You know, so many. You have no idea how much money people make off America. You have no idea, and they don't give a crap the other way back. They don't do anything to
We
help
send
us out.
money everywhere.
Yeah, we send money to countries to help them out. Nobody sends us money. Nobody. I don't think we got $1 from Ukraine. Nobody sends us money. So guess what? It's time for everybody to pay now. You want to make billions in America? You're going to pay millions. I'd do it. If I
Riches.
had to pay $10 million to make $1 billion, the math's good. Um, let's see here. The good news is once Canada becomes the 51st, 52nd, 53rd state, that's kind of cool too. Split it up into 3 states. We will have poutine at McDonald's. That's so funny. Okay. Okay. So like isn't is new I don't know what the states would be called. I don't know. I know there's a big city on the west coast, big city in the middle. I have no idea where everyone is. Sorry. I don't know where Ottawa is. Isn't Newfoundland part of Canada? I think that's East Coast. I may be wrong. I'm horrible at geography. Horrible. I used to be
I don't
married to
know.
I used to be married to a woman, my first wife. She couldn't even point out Florida. Okay. I'm sorry. Not being able to point
Yeah.
out Florida, I'm like that shocked me when I learned that. I was married to her. So anyway, that's not why we got divorced, by the way. I can see that question coming. So why you left her? No.
She's a
Um
she's
what?
a brick.
She's
That's
super
neat.
nice, guys. I mean, we're still friends, but that's it. But I mean, I wouldn't speak ill of her other than that one. But I knew people. I knew a person who didn't know what an apple was. What? I mean, the off of a tree, that kind of an apple, not the
Mm.
computer. Never saw one. Never. Kind of mind blowing to discover that information off somebody.
She
It's
never seen an
hard.
apple come off a tree.
Never saw an apple in her life. Well, into a
What?
store, literally.
There's like 5, 6 different types of apples. You've never seen one?
Dude, I counted apples in kindergarten.
Even a
I
glass apple, maybe?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Hmm.
I don't know, what was her name, Laura Ingalls? I have no idea. But anyway, um, but to not know where Florida
I mean, if
out
you're
of the
Helen
whole
Keller, okay,
United
I can
States,
understand, but
Florida, Texas, California are pretty much easy to spot and point out. Okay? Wisconsin, maybe not so much, you know. Um, Wyoming, maybe not so much. But those biggies, please, everybody knows where Florida is. Anyway, an apple,
uh,
yep. I'm not lying. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I wasn't dating her. I didn't marry her. I met a person though who didn't know what that what never saw one. That's like never seeing a car or a bicycle. It's weird. I would. What does that say? I would name them after my favorite Canadians. Yeah, I would take the big cities, the biggest city on the west, the biggest city on the east, and the biggest city in the middle. I would name. I would name those the states, the three states that you said. Break Canada into
Oh,
three. The
but
West
there's
would
no, because there's a thing about that. I mean, I remember growing up and learning that you had to do states in pairs.
what?
So,
Who said that?
like,
Who taught you
okay,
that
I
piece?
think was it? I think they wanted to make DC a state at one point in
Why do you got to
history,
make it fit pairs?
and then to do that, you had to make something else like Puerto Rico or something.
Uh, Who told you
That's what I
that?
heard. That's all I heard.
You watch too much TV.
Yeah,
Hey, I got a question. Do you
a
have
product of
what?
modern uh, education. There you go.
Okay. By the way,
Do I have?
um, do you have Pixel earbuds?
Yes.
Okay. Do they translate real time when people are speaking
I
in a
don't know.
language?
I've never
I
tried.
think they do.
Do they really?
I think that would be amazing. Watch watch earbuds skyrocket with the ability to translate, speak English in your ear when they're speaking French from Canada.
That would be cool.
That no, I know it exists. I'm almost positive Google Pixel earbuds do that. I don't know how. I don't do Google earbuds, so I don't know. Maybe somebody does that's used it. Let me know how that works.
It
Right,
says, do
do
Google Pixel earbuds translate? Yes,
oh,
Google Pixel buds
does
can
does
translate conversations, phrases, and sentences in over 100 languages. They use Google
dude?
Translate and AI to translate in near real time.
Okay, that's amazing. I used to
Make
have an
sure your
app on
phone
my
has the
phone.
latest version of Google Translate app. Connect your Google Pixel buds to your phone. Ensure your phone is an Android device with Google Assistant enabled. Have an
Right.
internet connection.
I used to have an app on my phone. In Mexico, I could hold it up and it would show me the sign in English. The camera would
Oh, okay.
it would it would rewrite
That's
the whole
freaking
sign.
cool.
Same font in English. Take the Hispanic or Spanish. They'd flip it to English. Boom.
That
I'm
is
like,
cool.
wow. Yeah. There's some cool things we can do now.
It'd be difficult to travel across the world, and you're like, dude, did you ever leave the U.S.? I mean, everything's in English.
Oh, I would totally if Google Pixel earbuds, the only ones that do it, that translate on the fly, I would
Oh
totally
yeah,
buy.
oh yeah, for sure.
Totally. Try that out. Let me know how it works.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, you test it
Definitely have
out.
to
Find
figure it
somebody who
out.
speaks Spanish. Have them speak Spanish. Because you know what's fun? You know what's really fun? Is to be on a train where they're rambling in a foreign language
You know,
and they're calling you a big dip crack
yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
they
I was
don't
gonna
think
say.
you can
Remember
understand.
growing up?
Right.
Remember growing up in California? You had people that speak in Spanish. You're like,
All the
you
time.
fucking shit.
I know. You're like, quit
And
talking
then now you
crap.
can be like, hey, I
Hey,
can hear you. I understand what you're
I know
saying.
what you're saying. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny.
Or they
Animal.
sit there and like start laughing, and you're like, dude, that was a
Animals
really
is an
funny joke.
American language.
What?
No, American language, is that what he's saying? I don't know. I'm just trying to catch up here.
Yeah,
Pent up
I'm doing
anger.
the same thing.
By the way, designated
Once dated a
Sally.
girl who thought
Where
Peru
do
was
I find the
the
in
Middle East.
California? Both
That's
these
cool.
people were in California. You can
Uh,
find anything in California. I truly believe it. You like food, certain foods, it's in
oh yeah,
California.
oh yeah.
You like a
California's a
language,
melting pot.
it's in California. You like crazy
California's a
people,
melting pot.
they're in California.
I mean, you can get Southern food, you can get
If you don't believe me,
New England food, you can
watch
get
watch a
Chicago
house
food.
burn down and rebuild the same spot. Watch an earthquake happen, the house slide off the hill, and they rebuild the same spot. That's crazy. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Big dip crack. See, my computer translates it. It says big dip crack. I can understand what she's saying. Oh, she wrote it in English. Never mind. No thanks for the update, Academy Award
They have
winner.
to have apples in Canada. They have to.
What?
I mean, you got Washington apples. How would you not have like?
Oh, because we no longer import apples to Canada because of the tariffs. I'm
Oh no.
sorry.
Comment was they. I
It's too
don't think
funny.
they have apples in Canada.
I'm sure they do have apples.
Thinking the world owes
It
them
will
one.
be a language once we integrate Canadian as 3 new states. I don't know. Are you guys cool? Most of you in the chat room are from America. Are you cool with joining Canada?
I went to college in the
I don't know if it's real or not.
Pacific Northwest.
Let me know if you're cool with it. Yeah, stay
What's
away
that?
from California. What is language in American? English is.
What?
Spanish is a language. I don't know what he's saying. I'm trying
Thanks,
to
Jake. Appreciate it, man.
say
I
what?
just read your comment. Oh,
What's
I'm
it say?
going through old comments.
Wait, what does it
Jake
say?
said, "Thank God Jimmy is back." And I was like,
Oh,
and he said, "Missed
by
you."
the
And
way,
I was like,
Jimmy
"Thanks,
didn't go
appreciate it."
anywhere. Jimmy is on trending topic videos. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, Florida is the little state. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Having too much fun.
Are you doing a LinkedIn video?
Yes, I'm filming with Charles right after you.
Oh, a video on about LinkedIn. That
Yeah, we're
topic we were
gonna.
talking about last week.
Yes, we're going to talk about. I can't say it now, but we're going to talk about all my ideas for making LinkedIn like a top 3 website. Most of it like visited like Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, that's funny. Jimmy, you're thinking of the Sith. They always come in twos. That's funny.
Where's that? In Canada, poutine grows. By the way, Tim Hortons is coming to Tennessee.
Is it really?
Yep. Yeah.
Dude.
So I wonder if they serve poutine at Tim Hortons.
Didn't we
I
talk
wouldn't.
about that though? I don't think they do.
I don't know.
I don't think it's on the menu. I think we
I
looked
think
it up.
I think coffee places only do like pastries and coffee.
What is poutine?
Poutine is French fries covered with curds and gravy. So it's double fried French fries, really crispy. Then it's gravy, fresh, homemade from scratch gravy, not stupid American
But similar
idiots
to
who pull it out of a jar and try and pass it off as poutine, like I did. But and then there's cheese curds. So you go French fries, cheese curds, pour the gravy and all, let it melt. Okay, piping hot gravy is the best. And the
sounds good to me.
The reason you double fry the fries so they're crispy, so they don't get soggy. Then you grab a fork and you go to town. It's supposed to be really good. I have yet to try, and I probably never will, but I'll be with people who will tell me, and they'll try it.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can do a taste test on the show. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But as soon as authentic, I think one place in Nashville does authentic poutine. It's pretty good from what I heard.
That's a good point. Island Boys brings up, well, he brought it up 6 minutes ago, but said all earbuds, or if all earbuds do, or the translation, you couldn't really force people to learn one true language. That's true. It make it. It's kind of like movies. If you say, "Have you read the book?" No, but I saw the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a lazy mentality.
Well, I'm not looking to force anybody to learn a whole language. I sure wouldn't want to learn one. I mean, I learned just enough to order a Taco Bell. That was
I'd love to learn other languages.
Dude, I did Spanish for 3 years in school. I got like a D in the class. Oh yeah, but I can order Taco Bell better than you. But anyway,
I'm sure you can.
No, Mexican or Spanish, excuse me. Spanish I took for 3 years. I can barely say hi, you know? So learning a language ain't easy. English isn't easy. What will there be a tariff on Tim Hortons purchases? That's a great question. I don't know. I would expect so if it's a Canadian company, but I don't think so. I wouldn't guess because they're also an American company. They exist here doing business in America. They pay taxes on their buildings, on their land, on their food and drink. So no, I would say no because they're just an extension of their company and they're paying already other ways. That's just my opinion. Women do a lot of damage to men. Charles is proof of that. Okay.
Proof.
Proof. Okay, she recorrected. Uh okay. I'd wear them earbuds to foreign business meetings. Yep. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Total
It make things
listen,
like that a lot easier, like diplomatic.
and the most use I would get out of it is eavesdropping. I would totally eavesdrop on people who think I don't look Middle Eastern. I have been told I look Syrian, so maybe I do look a little Middle Eastern. But when they're
I've been told I look
rattling,
Mexican.
what?
I've been told I look Mexican.
Yeah, that's because you get the scruffy little goatee going.
Well, that and my Italian skin.
Yep, it's good to be Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway,
Be cool.
they speak English at American Taco Bells. Yeah, they do, but the items are sometimes in Spanish,
American language.
like an enchilada or
Yeah, see,
gordita or
chill out.
whatever. I don't know. Some of them are Spanish. I have no idea. Taco Bell menu is in English. No, they have Spanish terms on there too, like nachos. I don't know. Is that not Spanish?
What? Pete Hegseth is a DUI hire? What the? What?
Who?
I don't know. John says that.
I don't. I don't even see where you
Hegseth
are.
is
You
a
must.
DUI hire. I'm
You
4
must
minutes
be.
back.
Oh,
Will there be a tariff on Tim Hortons purchases? Charles is dismissing stubborn. Man, Charles.
no, I'm not 100% Italian. I'm
I'm
60%.
almost catching. Yeah, I'm
I'm
about
part
50, 60%,
Baltic,
somewhere on there.
part Greek,
We're
10% black.
speaking English. Oh, I'm catching
So,
up. Taco Bell is
oh my gosh.
Well, yeah,
I'm
Taco
10
Bell is it's in English. That makes
Wait,
sense.
hold on a minute.
Okay.
Is there a Spanish word on the Taco Bell menu?
Say goodbye to think outside the bun and welcome and live mass is Spanish for more.
No, you stupid idiot. Hold on a minute.
Is there a
I gotta-
Spanish word on the menu?
Yeah, I gotta. Hold on.
Quiero Taco Bell. Remember?
What's up?
Is there a Spanish word on the Taco Bell menu?
Love the elevator music while it's trying to find
I
the
know.
Yes, Taco Bell features several Spanish words on its menu, like taco, burrito, and quesadilla.
By the way,
quesadilla.
Spanish cuisine.
yeah, quesadilla. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. Burrito is not a word in Mexico. It not for what we could use it for. So, like, I went to a
Taco, I mean.
restaurant to order a burrito, and burrito to them means a little burro. Can you walk in a little horse? Little burro on a leash. That's what I want for my meal. Burrito's not a thing. They don't have burritos on the menu. I know that firsthand because they laughed at me. They go, "You must be from America. We don't. Burritos aren't a thing." I'm like, "Oh, I'm such an
I
idiot."
think I think they still make them, but it's not.
It's
Not the same.
Americanized.
Yeah,
It's an
not,
American
not considered a burrito. It's
word
called something else.
for the shape and food item. It's American made. Burritos, once again, in Spanish, direct translation means little borough.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as like pizza. You know, pizza's an American dish.
What? Well, how is that the same thing as a burrito?
Because pizza you would think it would be Italian, and it's not.
From what I heard, the Chinese made pizza before the Italians. They made it different, but they made it.
That.
Right. That's what I heard. I have no idea. I know what you're thinking. Ask AI. I'll let you guys do that. I'll keep it exciting.
What?
Okay,
Medium
well,
rare chicken with polenta recipe. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Why the undercooked chicken?
burritos aren't at
Not a
Taco
good idea.
Bell. Who says burritos aren't at Taco Bell? I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Are you saying
Yeah, I
that?
just said it was. No.
Yeah.
No.
I just asked
Hey,
AI.
I just said that Taco Bell.
Taco, burrito, quesadilla are all Spanish terms.
Yeah, they're just Spanish words.
On their menu. I don't know.
Even though a burrito is not really Spanish.
Burro is the original Mexican language word for burrito. No, it's not. They made it a little cute for Americans. No, that's a no. That's not true. I know you're just being funny, but anyway.
Or they just misinterpreting what you're talking about.
Well, they corrected me. The waiters, they're like, "Yeah, you're from America. We don't serve burritos here. Technically, Baja is a Mexican Baja Blast." Okay. You guys are throwing me for a loop. I'm not sure what to say on that. Anyway, but let's go back to the earbuds. You gonna try them out for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
Let me know how it works, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I've got some Spanish friends I can.
Oh, you do?
Test it with, yeah.
Well, yeah. In your area, you probably have more international than I do. So
I don't know. Nashville's pretty becoming.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Especially if the more you go downtown.
Right. But I don't hang out downtown. You'll probably come across somebody international.
Even when I lived there, I mean, the 2 years I think I went into Nashville maybe 2 or 3 times. Like downtown.
Yeah, it was okay. I'm not big on downtown Nashville. Still a little wanky. It's only 5 streets, dude.
It seems like more like a college city than anything else.
It's only 5 streets long. Downtown LA is like 3 cities wide. It's huge.
Well, is it? Or is it like each individual city in LA?
Hey, we're learning a secret.
Culver City and all those.
Hold on, let me jump in this comment here. Here's a secret. If you flip a cup, 700% Mountain Dew, 25% blue Gatorade, Powerade, and stir it, tastes just, where'd it go? Just like Baja Blast. Oh, I have no idea. I haven't drank soda in so long.
I just had a Mountain Dew yesterday.
Regular? Green?
Yeah.
Sugar free?
Well, it's the only one they make in the 1 liter bottles?
Right. So do you drink the sugar free or the regular?
Well, I don't think they have the sugar free in that size. I wish it was.
I think in
the
1 liter bottles.
The real sugar?
Got it.
Yeah. They only have the one. Well, like I said, no, I take that back. They do have Code Red in that size. But
all right, so let's sum up what we were talking about. We talked about the plane crash. We all agree it's horrific, very sad. Some of us think it's a little fishy. Some of us think, hey, he was just training, a fluke. It just happened. Either way, it's horrible. So that was the plane crash. And then the tariffs. I promise you, Canada is going to get smacked by Trump. I promise you. And that's not fair because stupid Trudeau, who's retiring, is messing things up because we had a good thing going with Canada. Now you're going to make it to where you can't bring any of your stuff in. Well, probably not. But I'm sure he's going to jack up like 400% now. He's like, dude, I hope you enjoy bringing stuff into our country because you ain't doing it anymore. So we'll see what happens. That's my prediction because I promise you, if he doesn't shut that down right away, everybody's going to do it. And that ain't going to happen. So it'll be interesting. But I know the tariffs are already in effect on Canada, Mexico, and China.
Apparently, they take effect Tuesday. So
right, they've already green-lighted it. That was stupid. They already green-lit it. That's what I should have said. Freeze-dried quesadillas. I don't know what that is. You guys are having your own conversation going. All right, let's say goodbye. We'll pick up trending topics. Add to the list if you think of anything.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, and by the way, if you guys haven't guessed yet, the Chiefs won Super Bowl. Yay! They won.
Did they?
Before the season started.
Wait.
No.
When? Is the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl's next weekend.
Oh, no, I was going to say.
It's a joke.
Hey, did I miss it?
No, the Chiefs always win. They always win just enough to not cover the spread. So
except when Joe Montana was there.
Yeah, they win, but people who bet on them get burned. So it's a tight spot. Anyway, enjoy the game if you're going to watch it. I'm not going to watch it, but have fun. Enjoy the game. I believe Pro Bowl activities are happening today. If they haven't already, they probably already happened. They got a flag football game going on. But in the meantime, you and I will pick this up next week. You cool?
Sounds good.
All right. You take care, and everybody in the chat room, I love you. Thank you for joining and hanging with us.
Thanks for coming by.
Appreciate it.